Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is December 17th. It's Monday morning, Mountain Standard Time. My name is Morty. Welcome. I'm happy to have you here. I'm happy to have you watching this read. Today I thought I would do a read for the sign of Aries for the last week in December. So this will be from December 25th through the end of the month. Yeah, morning coffee. I love my morning coffee. So, Aries, what's happening in your world right now? You know, Aries is a great sign. Aries, the first to step up, right? Aries, not somebody who enjoys being on the spectator side of things. They like being in the action. So, very lively and very energetic. They can be very versatile, very adventurous, very passionate, right? So those are some real, positive promoting characteristics. And then there are some limiting characteristics that come along with that sign too. They can kind of be the first to incomplete projects, right? If they get bored or lose interest, projects could be incompleted. They can be confrontational, right? They can come across as arrogant at times. They can be impulsive. So, anyways, yeah, just some of the fun characteristics that go along with each of the signs. So I like to take a few minutes to just kind of point that out, because most of us can kind of relate to a lot of those qualities. So yeah, welcome being here. I'm happy to have you. Honestly, I love all of the comments and the likes and the subscribes and the shares. So I truly appreciate all the love and support you guys are providing me here. So you're allowing me the opportunity to be able to live my dream. So I love being able to do these reads for you guys. It's awesome. So I want to begin today's read by pulling a card from my affirmations deck. Okay, so I'm doggy sitting right now, right? So my daughter's dog is staying with me, and she's down here, right here. And she loves to climb up on my desk, and when she hears me shuffling the cards, it just kind of pulls her in. So she's wanting to come up and say hi. Indy, come on. So yeah, here she is. This is Indy. She's a great doggy. So she loves to, okay, go play. Go play. She loves to hang up here on the table with me. It's kind of fun. All right, so Aries, let's see what you have going on in your world. Oh, I have a couple candles. I just want to light here real quick. Yeah, I like candles. I like colors too, as you can see. So, all right. So Aries, what affirmation would you find helpful and beneficial going into the last week in December? Okay, great affirmation. Aries, you pulled the card of friendship. Bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. Bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. Bring to me friendship true, sharing laughter, understanding too. Okay, so I said that 3 times because there's some pretty incredible manifesting power behind the number 3. So I do that for me, and I do that for all of you, because it just strengthens the affirmation. And this is a really good affirmation, especially for this time of year. With the holidays and Christmas just around the corner. So a lot of people out there getting together with family and friends and relatives and loved ones. So for Aries out there, this kind of tells me that this is a real important time of year for you. And friendship is something that's really recognized in your life, right? So this will be important to be mindful of going into the last week in December. To be very mindful of the friendships that you have in your life, and to be able to feel and express the gratitude that you've taken on for having those friendships. It'll be interesting to see how that affirmation fits into today's read. Okay, so I'm doing today's read with my Crystal Vision tarot set. And I know some of you have asked You've asked about the affirmation cards, as well as the tarot set that I use. So I'm going to, it'll take me a day or so, but I'll put the information in the description below on the videos for those of you that are curious and like to know which set these cards are coming from. So the first thing we want to do is see what the opening energy is for Aries going into the last week in December. What's the opening energy? Okay. Aries, you pulled the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, this is a great energy. So if you look at the Queen, she's sitting here in her ancient tree throne. She wears this green gown. It just beautifully decorated, and she has this kind of this eyepiece, a decorative eyepiece covering up her eye. She didn't become the Queen of Pentacles overnight. She became the Queen of Pentacles by experiencing life, right? Experiencing trial, mistakes, pain, discomfort, working through it, right? Working through those limiting energies and taking on positive energies. Queen of Pentacles, great with details. Doesn't miss anything. So this is a great energy for Aries to have. Could be a earth sign, right? Where it's Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So yeah, that's a great energy taking you into the read. And this may be your energy, right? So you may be really focused on not missing any details right now. That might be really important. We'll just have to see what the read says. Or this could be an earth sign in your life. This may be playing a pretty significant role right now. All right, Aries, tell us what's going on. There's too many that fell. Okay. Aries, what is happening last week in December? What is it Aries needs to know? Okay, quite a few that flipped here. Okay, we have the Moon card, which is the card of Pisces or Cancer. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. So we have a king and a queen, right? Earth sign here as well. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The King of Pentacles, very similar to the Queen of Pentacles, meaning he comes with a lot of experience. He's a very mature energy. It's kind of energy that that's very reliable, that you can count on. Not a real sentimental kind of energy though, right? So it just kind of sticks to the facts. Can be non-emotional. We have the Death card. So the Death card symbolizes, more than likely, it's probably the completion of something in your life, so something coming to completion in your life. Or you could be transitioning from one thing into another. We have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands, this is the energy that represents a lot of bickering, right? A lot of arguing back and forth. A lot of words. If you look at the lions fighting here, and then you have the men fighting. I mean, the lions, these two kind of seem like maybe they're fighting a little more seriously, right? So I don't know why I noticed that, but maybe for some Aries out there, if there are two of you in this situation, the fighting's a little more serious. Or if there's a third party in the situation, right? Maybe it's not quite as serious, but it's still confrontational, it's still arguing, it's still a limiting energy. We have the Tower card. So the Tower card, if you look at the image here, lightning is coming from the sky and striking the tower. and you have these tumultuous waters around it, right? I mean, it's crumbling. Tower's coming down. So tower moments happen in our life when that's when the universe steps in, because there's a necessary change that's needed for us in life, and maybe we haven't followed our own inner promptings to take on that change ourselves. So anytime that happens, the universe will step in, and it'll create a tower moment, and it'll shake things up and bring that change into your life. So Aries, it looks like, I don't know. Let's continue to, let me get some more cards and see what I see. Okay, we have the Strength card. This is the card of Leo, right? Fire sign. So this may be you. It's coming in under the Moon card. Strength card is a great card to have. Yeah. Good energy. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. So this represents the energy of anxiety, right? Kind of being in your head, thinking about things that maybe you really can't control. And it's causing you to lose some sleep, right? And that's coming in under the King of Pentacles. We have Judgment. And this is coming in under Death, right? So what Judgment represents, this is the energy that represents, it can represent self-judgment, right? How we, nobody's harder on ourselves than ourselves. So this can be self-judgment, or this can be judging others. But I'm sensing where it's coming in under the Death card that Aries, I think you're probably stepping into a phase towards the end of December where if there has been judgment in your life, whether it's you being judged or you judging somebody else, that the judgment is coming to an end. That's coming to completion. That's a good thing. Okay, we have another king. We have the King of Swords. And this is coming in under the Five of Wands. So the King of Swords, this is a great energy. It's a king, could be a male, but it doesn't have to be. Air sign, so Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. The King of Swords is non-emotional. It's a very strong energy, but it's an energy that doesn't get caught up in the details and the emotions of things, right? Pretty straightforward. He carries a sword, similar to the Queen. The Queen just cuts shit out of her life that no longer serves her. The King does, something a little bit similar, not quite like the Queen though, but he just sticks with the facts and the details. Not the details, the facts. That's coming in under the Five of Wands. Wow. We got another king. We have the King of Wands. At Aries, this may be you, because this is a fire sign. So the King of Wands, again, it's a male energy, but doesn't have to be a male. This is a very young, energetic, kind of a dynamic energy, right? Really, there's a lot of creative attraction to this energy. It's a very stable energy. It's the kind of energy that can take the lead on things. Kind of energy that's great in business, too. Great with new creative ventures. And that's coming in under the Tower. All right, Aries, tell us more. Okay, your closing energy taking you out of the read is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles, this is a card that represents abundance, right? So you look at the figure here. She sits next to her tamed tiger. She has these 9 pentacles around her. she's surrounded by, I mean, look at all the, there's like a fountain, and there's lush garden and greenery and trees, and this is about abundance, right? So she's worked hard to obtain this abundance, and this is her reflecting and taking it in and enjoying that abundance. Okay, so give me just a minute here to take a look at this read and just kind of see what I see. I don't know. You know, I kind of feel like Aries. You might have, you know, some Aries out there. And again, this read, it'll be for some Aries, but not for all Aries. I just want to point that out. You might be an Aries sun sign or moon or rising sign. Might be found in Aries. Or maybe you have Aries in your planetary system. Or you may just be intuitively guided to be here. Either way, I'm glad to have you here. I'm kind of curious to see whether or not these energies resonate with you. So it tells me that for some Aries out there, you're focused on a lot of things right now, right? And you've got a lot of details to pay attention to. I think for some Aries out there, I think you've been working on yourself, right? Because this moon card, what this tells me is, this is about taking on your shadow side, right? So this is about facing some of your deepest seated fears face to face, confronting those. So for Aries out there that have actually done that, who have taken on some of those deeper seated fears that you have within you, you're finding strength in that. You know, whatever, Aries, whatever it is you're trying to create for yourself materially, whether that's you know, job, relationship, home, whatever represents stability and security to you, right? Whatever it is you've been striving for that you haven't quite achieved yet, it's costing you some sleepless nights. And not necessarily entirely sleepless, but you know, it's affecting your sleep. On a positive note, you know, judgment is never a good thing. Whether it's us judging others or others judging us, it's kind of useless. Because there just really shouldn't be any judgment whatsoever. But so Aries, I'm happy to tell you that whatever judgment you've had going on in your life that has maybe held you back and caused you to experience, you know, some sleepless nights, this judgment is coming to an end for you. And that's a great thing. And, you know, I kind of think that, you know, with this Five of Wands and the King of Swords coming out underneath that, you know, whatever kind of arguing and bickering you've had going on in your life, if you can take on this energy of the King of Swords, it will allow you to step away from some of this bickering, because the King of Swords is just not going to get caught up in it. He doesn't give a shit. So, yeah, just going to say it the way it is. Yeah. So take on this energy and step away from the bickering and the fighting. So Aries, whatever your tower moment is out there, and I think it's going to be different depending on the Aries, but there is a tower moment taking place. Your ability to overcome and rise in this tower moment is going to be found in your ability to take on the energy of the King of Wands, right? So, and let me just tell you, so the King of Wands, with this tower moment, he's not going to get caught up in his losses, right? Whatever loss came from the tower moment, he's not going to get stuck and focused on that. Rather, he's going to be focused on the new beginning, right? The new created beginning. He's going to say, hey, this tower is great. You know, it makes way for me to come in and to bring in my creative energy and to create something beautiful. And that creation, Aries, is going to bring you abundance with this Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. So Aries, wow. You have a pretty good read here. I want to get just a little more clarification in a couple areas. I want to ask about this King of Pentacles, right? Tell me more about King of Pentacles. Further clarification of King of Pentacles. We have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords, this represents possibly a message coming in, right? News of some sort. And because it's the Page of Swords, it can be, this news can come in kind of forcefully. So, I don't know, I think for some Aries out there, you may be learning about this King of Pentacles energy in your life, right? And in the process of learning about it, when you hear about it, the news of it may come in a little bit forcefully. I want to ask about this King of Swords too. Tell me more about King of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So this card represents the energy of mastering your trade, right? Becoming very skilled at what it is you do. So Aries, whatever it is you do, right, that you're passionate about, put more energy in this and perfect this, right? Become a master at it. Become a master at your trade. And this is coming in on the King of Swords. Okay, I'm trying to think if there's any areas that might call for a little further clarification, but I think it's pretty straightforward, right? It's a good read. Aries, I mean, you have an interesting month ahead of you, and you have some great changes coming into your life towards the end of this month. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for whatever this new creative venture is that you're about to take on. So anyways, my name's Morty. Thank you for watching and for participating in this read with me. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. I love all the comments. Serious, I love the support and the love that I get from you guys. So thank you so much. Have a fantastic week this week, and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.